This woman uses a broom to clean up the glass shards. When ringing the broom, her hand was injured a lot. After this experience helped her reach the top of the US toiletries market, she used her daughter's crayons to draw an extendable mop, welding a broom handle in his father's repair shop using a 91 meters cotton thread and wound it 40 times. Then fix it to the broom head. This is the original shape of the mop. When Joy tries to find production investors, but her half-sister is opposed and ridiculed that she is inherently unable to do business. The investor asked her an important question. In a room where there is a gun, there is also a rival in her marketplace. So do you have the option to pick up the gun to protect my investment? Joy didn't think much and replied, I'll take the gun. After checking, I found a copyright of a mop like Joy in Hong Kong, China, and that inventor has a representative in the US. So they considered paying the royalty for that person and possibly getting low-priced components from them. Without cleaning after the parts that Joy ordered arrived, her father's repair shop became an installation room. A group of unemployed women become workers. This is her first time starting a career, so Joy is full of hope for the future. But the investor is a little worried because the cost of producing the first batch will cost her $15,000. Now the factory has an invoice. The factory has to repair 4 times to get the shape that Joy wants. This money she has to pay, but Joy doesn't want to pay because it's the part manufacturer's fault. The next day Joy took her mom to the stores to invite them to be her sales agent. But everywhere she goes, she gets rejected because her mop is 4 times more expensive than normal products. Despite the difficulties, she did not give up. She directly sold the goods in front of them all. But sadly the police came to confiscate her mop just when her ex-husband took his girlfriend by. Seeing Joy so difficult, he was also a little heartbroken. Joy also almost broke down. When she got home, she saw the toll bill posted on the door. Her son has a fever, and her daughter has a cough. When she thought she had lost all hope, Tony approached her and said he would introduce her to his friends. His name was Neil and he was in charge of TV sales. And TV sales were the most popular way of doing business at the time. As soon as Joy arrived, Neil taught her his business experience. The data in the table shows that he has never failed. The products he chooses are all low-priced but high-quality products. And Joy's mop hasn't seen any effect, just more expensive than other products. So it's a bit difficult for Neil to agree to help her with the sales. Joy also said that although she doesn't understand the numbers on the board, she knows how to clean the house. She invented the self-squeezing mop. It's better than any other mop on the market. Then Joy started to show the uses of a self-wringing mop. Now Neil found Joy's products very useful, so he agreed and said, Joy, please produce 50,000 pieces to sell next week. Then he took Joy to the live stream scene to familiarize her with the sales process here. The employees are working hard to introduce the products to broadcast on TV. The hotline behind is constantly receiving calls to order. The bracelet costs $5. The quantity sold is nearly 20,000 units. Indeed, selling by this method is really effective. So Joy went back to tell everyone, but because she wanted to reduce the risk, the investor asked Joy to spend 50% of the production capital, which is $100,000. Joy has no choice but to mortgage her house. If she failed this time, she would have nothing left in her hand, but she didn't mind and was still determined to do what she wanted. And then her product was also on TV. Her whole family was excitedly looking forward to the best-selling mop, but unfortunately the person in charge of sales is a male actor, so he didn't understand brooms and ruined the sale. And then they didn't get any order calls. Joy quietly turned off the TV in disappointment. Neil called. He apologized for what happened just now. At the same time, we also ended our cooperation with Joy. So now 50,000 mops don't know who to sell. Everyone advises Joy to declare bankruptcy to minimize losses. But Joy didn't give up and she drove straight to the set. Then she said that she wanted to sell again, and this time she was the one to introduce the sale. Seeing her so determined, Neil also agreed. Joy stepped onto the live stream sales studio, but she was dumbfounded and didn't know what to say. At this time, a call came in. Someone wanted to buy her self-squeezing mop, and that customer is none other than Joy's best friend. So Joy regained her inspiration and began to continuously introduce the product. And the reason I invented this broom is that I don't want housewives to have their hands cut by glass while trying to dry the mop. Joy then poured chili sauce and a cooking oil on the floor. Just pull, twist, and you can clean the house. Joy's introduction is very honest, so she has won the trust of customers. The hotline also started receiving calls to order. The number of orders also started to increase continuously. In the blink of an eye, the order has reached nearly 30,000. Now Joy also starts to mention the advantage that she likes the most. That's the brush head that can be removed and put in the washing machine. That in turn causes the order to continue to increase until the end of the sale. Joy sold nearly 50,000 mops. Joy won. She used $20,000 to make $1 million. Since then her life has progressed for the better. Mop selling is also increasing. There are peak days Joy has sold nearly 100,000 products. But as soon as Joy was successful, the The parts factory demanded a price increase, so Joy went there to negotiate the price, but the producer refused. She immediately entered the factory through the ventilation pipe and discovered that they had stolen her design to become their design. Soon after, she was discovered, and they called the police to take her away. Now unable to produce and sell, Joy has to pay a lot of debt. Investors also want to withdraw capital. Joy has no choice but to sign the bankruptcy declaration. She thought this was really the end, but then she found hope in the remaining papers. So Joy made an appointment to meet the owner of the parts factory. So she contacted the inventor in Hong Kong, and they say they don't hold the copyright to the self-ringing mop. That means that Joy was the first to invent it. But until now, the factory owner has collected royalties from her. Now if he brings this matter to the law, he will surely be convicted of fraud. He must have also realized that he would surely lose if he took it to court. So he offered to return her royalties and all the money he took from her, plus full interest. Joy also prepared pen and paper for him to sign. So you have regained all the success you were robbed. Now she has become a rich person, living in a big house, and becoming the owner of a large business. She clearly understood how difficult the career path would be. So since then, she has also invested in people who have difficulty wanting to start a business. Joy also makes more money thanks to that.